Okay, hi. Um, it's me again. I've noticed some people walking around and I've I've contacted what I think might be them on my devices in the past, and they say strange things like I can't rest. And see, anybody that's taking the mark of the beast is basically supposed to be in hell and not be able to rest. Well, that would have been Cain's state if the mark that he took on his forehead was the mark of the beast, even before Satan and whatever were conceived or whatever, or if he's taken it now. But supposedly Cain is the son that isn't supposed to die because he's already dead in the second death, which is hell, because he's got that mark on his forehead. Um, but I think somehow he has taken that mark of the beast and he's saying stuff like, I can't rest because he can't. According to the Bible, there's a limestone grave. He's looking for a limestone grave that he's never going to find. He's never going to be allowed to bury himself in a limestone grave. So he's cursed, as it were, to wander the earth and be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, is what the Bible calls it. But see, if he's a fugitive in the earth, it means people know he's a killer. So whatever he's got on his forehead, it's there. That's how he's a fugitive in the earth. He's on fire. He's not able to rest, and he's basically, I don't know how much fire God put him in under, but if he's taking that mark, it's without measure, basically. Um, but just could you just imagine just a couple plagues would be bad enough to have to wander around for the rest of eternity. But he's the son that's supposed to bury his descendants. And I wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way because I think that the mark of the beast, that how we're seeing it now, the RFID chip and all, we're seeing it now that they're going to put it on people and in people. But what we didn't see before is some certain people that made deals with the devil and whatnot, as far as I can tell, have already had it. Um, so, but they don't attack us. I don't know why they don't attack us. Maybe they think we're petty or for some reason, but they all want revenge on, not necessarily on us so much as on our God, because they feel like He's done this to them, and they feel like they can trick us, I think, into taking the mark of the beast, or basically use us against God somehow. But what the Bible says, the reason why there's so much disagreement and misunderstandings about it is because we can't open the seven seals. And I believe that they are the seven seals of Revelation that they're talking about when the Lamb opens the seven seals. Um, but he's the only one who can open those seven seals. So he's the only one who can send your war horsemen out. He's the only one who can send the economic horsemen out. He's the only one who can send these things because they're seals and they have to be broken from the book. It's written that it has to be a certain way, and we are not smart enough or trained enough or any of this to know. But Jesus said, I won't put on you more than you can bear. But he indicated there was more to the Bible than what we were seeing. And he showed John a lot. When John wrote the book of Revelation, he was able to see a lot, even though he couldn't break the seven seals. But Jesus showed us there was a lot more to it than meets the eye, basically. Um, he wants us to be loving, but he says to some people, pluck them out of the fire, which indicates there's a fire. But he says pluck them out of the fire to save their souls, basically from hell, because they're not even realizing what they're getting into, I don't think. I don't know if I don't sit on any judgment seat, so I don't know if he's going to have mercy on people who inadvertently take the mark of the beast, like not knowing, or children, or what. But he's got it all written down, and it's not at all like you expect, because the the bad guys are dealing very treacherously. They're hiding what they're doing, but it does say about them that they're very treacherous. Um, so they're very revengeful, and they actually want you to suffer. I think that God is actually stopping a lot of that to where they don't, you know, or they don't even concern themselves with it because they're too busy working on major plans or something like that, because they built CERN, they built all these, they probably built the car companies. They've just built so many main things. There's stuff they're always working on, and it is very Egyptian. It's very technologically advanced, and it's a kind of technology that the children of Israel and Goshen didn't have then, and we certainly don't have it now. So, but anyway, that is how a lot of this is going. It's going where it's all under the cover of darkness because the seals haven't been released, so we don't see what there actually is. But in reality, the Pharaoh that terrifies everybody, which I think is Cain, again, but the Pharaoh that terrifies everybody is going to be feeble in the end. So that's how much we're not seeing, because we're seeing him in all his glory right now, basically, where he's over ships and shipments and seas. He's over all the people. He's over like everything, or will be. And to see him feeble is just something you would never expect or even know how it could happen. But that is part of the seals and all that. It's got to come open. So, but anyway, that's kind of why I believe Cain is the way he is because he seeks a limestone tomb, and I believe that he's got that mark, and that mark extends into the end of times, which I pretty surely believe is now because their technology is like so advanced. They got spaceships and everything else. But I think Egypt may have had spaceships too. I'm not sure about that. But I don't think anybody should challenge Egypt, because it is terrifying. And the Bible even says it is terrifying. It uses that word terrifying and horrifying.